Hello, welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader and a visionary as well. I'm here this evening to do the general weekly reading for the sign of Capricorn for the week of September. It's hard saying September. September the 10th through to the 16th. It's a weekly reading, and this is a general reading which may or may not resonate with some of you. I'm just putting up a little bit more. You know, can't smudge enough. You want to know the truth. The last few days, can't smudge enough. The energies everywhere you look. There's aggression, and there's anger, and there's tension and intensity. And I swear it's wonders. My neighbors haven't called the fire department for the smoke rolling out of my windows and my doorways. I can't get enough. I can't smudge enough. I don't know what. Well, I've had it explained to me by some astrologers with the planets and all, because I'm not an astrologer. I'm old school tarot. So don't ask me any. That stuff hurts my head. I'm not a head person. I'm more of an instinct person, intuition. But I do love astrology. I'm certainly not debunking astrology. There's a lot to it. It just hurts my head. I'd rather have somebody tell me than me try to understand or figure it out. Anyway, thank you, Sue Chisholm. Whether you're watching this video or not, I'm not sure. Thank you very much for this Colorado Blue-White Sage. Thank you so much. I'm going to put that there and let that smolder and clean up my mess. It's real good to be back. I feel like I've been gone a while. I did the elements reading, which I know everybody's seeing this because there's no music, there's no frills. Not really, the elements reading, that was a rockin' reading. That was really nice. The fireside reading. Oh, I wish I'd thought of it early. But then you're dealing with mosquitoes here, and they're quite thick at times because I live smack dab in the middle of a marsh, more or less. I have one on either side of me. It's the area. There's a lot of water, so you get a lot of bugs. And to battle them, and in the first 15 minutes or so, the bugs were right at my back. For some reason, they went after my back. They were driving me crazy, and I was trying to do the reading and grin through it all. But anyways, it was an overall really good reading. A beautiful crackle of the fireplace in the background behind me. Out in my yard, crickets singing in the background, and the music, which was very fitting for the video. Gypsy Woman was awesome. It was so much fun. And I wasn't really breaking any copyright laws, per se. The video was allowed to be played. The problem was it would not play on some mobile devices, so that really, that hurt. Is on the business end of things, that kind of hurt me a little bit. So we're not all on the same technological platform, let's put it that way, as far as internet goes. You know, there were certain cell phones, it wouldn't play on certain cell phones, and on others it did. On many different other brands of cell phones it did. So tablets seem to be okay. iPads work great, you know, but a lot of you guys don't have laptops or desktops at home anymore. Everything's done on your cell phone. So just, I don't own a cell phone, but it would make me wonder how much more am I missing, because my equipment doesn't jive up with what I'm trying to connect with online. Well, anyway, it was frustrating, and I really missed the music. I had a whole repertoire of stuff to pick and choose from, and wanted the music to be relevant to the channel and the reading. You see, when you come in, you know, a lot of readers, there are no frills. There's nothing wrong with that. We're all different. I'm not doing this to be different. I'm not doing all of this to stand out or be unique. What I'm trying to achieve is when you come into the channel, Bay of Fundy Fortunes, I don't want you to get just another regular old dry tarot reading. You know how they go, you know, the way they, from beginning to... I want the reading to stick with you as the viewer, all right? And the reason I try to create not just an atmosphere, but I want the readings when you come into Bay of Fundy Fortunes to be an experience. So you get carried along right here beside me, as if you're right here. So I can reach out, but I want it to be an experience and an enjoyable one as well. That's all I'm looking for, is to make the channel better for you. And it makes it fun for me. It was a blast and a half. But we won't be doing that for a while anymore, because a lot of people are missing out on the readings, and I don't like that. It's not anymore. Once in a blue moon, you get somebody saying, "I can't hear you," no matter how loud I turn you up, I can't hear you. It's worse than that. It's I can't see you or hear you. So you gotta kind of bend to social pressure. So there won't be any music unless I can get some people that I know to write some music for me. That'll put a stop to that problem. Then we'll be able to do that. So this reading's for Capricorn for the week. I've already cleansed everything and done all my woo-woo stuff. It isn't hoodoo, it isn't voodoo, it's woo-woo. And I'm 7 minutes in, and we're gonna get to it right now. That was your deal. These were your cards. Okay, so the first of your week, which is going to begin on a Sunday, by the way. The 10th falls on a Sunday. Out of the Page of Swords, about gossip. It's all about gossip. My lighting's not that great here tonight. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay, second card. Oh, beautiful. This card is starting to become repetitive in the readings, almost like it's a theme. What a hell of a theme to have. Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity. If I hold it out, you can see it better. Just beautiful. How real are we going to keep it towards mid to end week? Nice. This is always good. This is always good. I'm hearing take responsibility for every move that you make right off from this card. That happens sometimes. I hear things. I haven't even started the reading yet. Okay. This old reader is emotionally tired. I've been trying to meditate and center myself to get away from all the intensity that's everywhere. It's online, it's around me, it's all over the place. I don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me. So I've been working really hard. That's why the overkill on the smudge tonight, because that always makes me feel better. So anyway, the first of your week, Capricorn, beware of gossip. All right? And don't partake in gossip either. Just don't go there. Don't allow yourself to be taken down to that level. Gossip's not a pretty thing, and there's nothing nice about it. Usually. Never. Gossip, to me, you can say nice things about somebody behind their back. It's not the same thing as we hear the word gossip, we don't think of something good being done or said behind your back. Gossip is usually used in a negative connotation. It's usually nothing good. It's slanderous. It's hurtful. It's demeaning, and don't have any part of it. If you have any integrity in you at all, walk away from that stuff. Even if it's a social pressure thing where you're expected to kind of put your 2 cents in and people are waiting to hear what you have to say, make some kind of excuse and drag yourself out of there. Keep your integrity intact. I'm hearing that. Don't tell them what they want to hear just so you can get out of there. Don't lie. All right? Don't go down that route. You either say your piece and walk away, or just say very, very delicately, I'm sorry, but I have to run right now. I'll get back at you later, whatever. And hopefully that'll blow over and you'll never have to partake in it. It can be a delicate situation some of you may find yourself in. Or gossip could come back about you. That's part of this as well. This is a page, and for those of you new to tarot, pages are always bearers of messages in one form or another. And they have also a motivation with that's always attached with them, why they're showing up in the reading and in your life. Sometimes this is just an energy. And sometimes this is a real person, and if they're on the younger end of things, between 15, 28, 30, and about there. But this guy here, he has his own agenda, always has his own agenda. This is a self-serving page, all right? And he's here to either gather gossip for you and bring it to you, or he's saving up the gossip he's hearing about you. He's either for you or against you. There's no middle of the road with this guy. He's playing a role in something here, is what I'm hearing for some of you. This guy's usually very, very likable. If he manifests as a real person in your life, very, very likable. And very, as the card describes, very charming and very witty. And I say, you know, I see him with, just as he is, with beautiful dark hair, vibrant blue eyes, and pearly white smile, enough to make anybody's heart melt. So people, um, there's no defensiveness when this guy, they put their guard down around him and say pretty much whatever's on their mind. All he has to do is to go and drop just a little nugget, just a little nib, the drop of somebody's name, the drop of a situation. He knows how to get the ball rolling. If he feels that you know something about somebody else, or that he needs to know where you stand, that's how he'll do it. He won't just come out and ask you. So the next thing you know, you could find yourself in the center of gossip, or being a big part of the gossip, or the original birthplace of gossip against somebody else before you know it. So be real careful about that, Cancer, because karma's a bitch. I ain't going to sugarcoat that. It's a word we all use. Karma can be a beautiful thing. It's all in what you put out there. It always comes full circle. That's why we should all be accountable and responsible for every little thing that we do. If we can keep ourselves to that mental alertness, we're still human. And we still have to interact with other humans every day and with life. And we can screw up. And we can fall from grace. We're not perfect, but we should strive to stay away from nasty stuff like this. It's not good at all. This person you may recognize by their looks, if manifest into somebody real. Also, they like to be the center of attention all the time. All the time. For some of you, legal matters could come up at work. This showed up here last week, too, in one of the readings. Legal matters, something not earth-shattering. But this could have to, and it is jumping off the card. I'm feeling the heat off of this. This is the card, but I'm feeling the heat off of it. I agree with it. Somebody, and this came true for somebody in the last time this card came up, and this jumped off the card at that time. There could be a complaint about somebody, you, at work, a neighbor, but there could be a kind of a formal complaint go in about you, Capricorn. So you need to keep your feelers out there and turn your spidey senses on. And if they start to tingle, you better pay attention and listen up. Because somebody could form some, you could have somebody, and you know, it could be your landlord showing up at your door. You know, we're getting complaints, you're too loud, your music's up too loud, your dog's barking, your fish is swimming too loud. Your goldfish is swimming too loud and splashing around. In some places you can't be, but you could have somebody like that. Because I'm seeing a man in more or less a uniform, that khaki color, but on the lighter end of green, khaki green. And I see a name badge that's been stitched in, one of those, and company logo in small lettering underneath. He's got a clipboard. And he's relaying that whatever it is that you've done that has been so offensive, you need to tone it back, pull it in, reel it in, or stop it. So something like that could happen to some of you. Again, this could be something at work as well for others of you. This is a general reading. Some things will apply and hit home and some won't. And this hasn't happened yet. This is still the future. Come back in a week and see how much did resonate with you. That's the only suggestion. This is for sun signs as well. Check out your moon signs and rising signs, my other videos. Sometimes they'll hit home more with you and resonate more with you than your sun sign here will. But this is Capricorn, and you just got to watch yourself. Watch what you put out there. I'm hearing you need to be responsible for what you put out. That seems to be the major theme that's been going through my head with everything around me lately. And it's be responsible about what you put out there, because it's probably going to come back in some way, shape, or form. Some of you may need to sign off. Like the guy at the door that I saw, you may have you sign off on that clipboard on a sheet of paper saying that yes, you received the visit from him and what the visit was all about, just to say that he was there and it was dealt with. So you may need to sign something like that. The advice is to be clear in all your communications to avoid any misunderstandings. That's so big right now. That's the energy floating around right Your keywords are complaints, backstabbing, bitchiness, cutting words, legal issues, and paperwork. That starts your week off. Sunday, Monday, kind of Tuesday in there somewhere. Middle of the week, Ace of Pentacles, all about prosperity. Well, how do you like me now? This is tarot. How do you like me now? Right? Um, this is it's all about prosperity. What a wonderful card to have, and to fall in the middle of the week like that. So things are probably going to look up. You'll deal with this stuff at the beginning for those that this applies to, and the rest of you, well, you can come up for air. And I don't mean that literally as in the card, right? Turtles breathe air as well, right? So, but you can come up for air. You can stop swimming against the current for a little bit. All these metaphors for the oceans, eh? But this card showing up here, Capricorn, to tell you that money is coming your way, all right? Income has been increased. There's more money going into the bank account. It's starting to do this now. It's starting to go up. Or at least it's leveling off as you're going, I need this, no. And then you put a little bit back, and you go, a little bit more. But it's not dropping. It's either holding its own and it's growing, which is great. Good. It's just going to be a wonderful feeling for some of you. Some of you, as well, I'm glad of when cards get repetitive in readings and the same one keeps showing up. 78 cards, and I shuffle up a Jesus set of mine, and you guys all know that. That's a fault probably of mine, but I don't stop until I'm told to stop and they feel right. But when that keeps showing up, then you know that there's something to it. Still have mosquitoes here. There could be an opportunity to be taken advantage of at this time to make a more income, to just generate money overall. Your relationships are very stable at this time. Facing adversaries is what I'm hearing. Adversities, not adversary. Adversities. Not all is perfect, but your relationships are strong enough to withstand what you're having to endure right now within your relationships. Some of you are moving to a brand new home where you're going to be investing into a property. The ace reveals a very happy, a very stable time. Stability. Oh, I can feel that coming off the card real strong. Strong, solid foundation, strong, solid, just stability. It's finally there, and I felt the oomph behind that right off the card. Good thing I'm not afraid to make myself look stupid, eh? I just like to get my point across. But it did. I felt that strength coming right off, solid. This is just great in every way, shape, and form. The advice of the card is maximize your good fortune and make your money work for you, not you for your money. This is a time to gain financial success and financial decisions to be made as well. So you may invest some of that money. Take part of the money and looking at the long-term future. And some of you go, well, I don't really have any real future plans right now. Nothing solid. Separate maybe 20%, maybe 10% of any extra money that comes in and tuck it to the side anyway. And say, just in case. Just in case. If you've got the luxury to do that, then that's incredible. So take advantage of that. This card is all about good new beginnings and finances and success. Newfound success for some, brand newfound success. Property, creativity, of course, is always in the forefront with Pentacles as well, even more so with the Ace. Yeah, these are beautiful. I like that you ended on a, this reading ended on a, with a major arcana. This is a great card. This card always represents Cancer as well. I do know that. So, my tide's up. We're one night post full moon. Last night was a full moon. It was a great night for readings. But it's carrying through because I can feel it here. It's carrying right through. We're still in that mode. Little moth. I call them my little fairies. This card right here is all about forward movement. It's about plans that have been on hold for you. Things that you had no control over. And you were forced to wait. You didn't like it for 1 minute, but you had to. All that's being lifted. You're going to be able to start releasing some things and seeing them start to grow, start to go forward. Um, and you're going to, this is a really great card for you guys. It's really, really good. It's a card of some serious progresses now. You're able to make some serious progress. Travel's favored as well. Again, moves is coming up for you. Moves. Some of you connected to work will be making a move, or because of work, you'll be making. It may allow you to move. All aspects of life will move forward. So says tarot. Balance is needed, though. This is a card, and you have to treat everybody very, very carefully because this is a card of energy, high, fast-moving energy. This is not a card of sensitivity. And we need to have sensitivity in everything we do. So you need to almost manually reach outside the boundaries of what this card brings and haul the sensitivity into the picture because you really need that. You got to watch your ego. You can get to where you're going. But some of you are going to be moving so fast and be so excited you could step on some toes along the way. I say that all the time with this card. I hate to be repetitive, but that really always comes out. It's very important. Watch your ego. It's going to be very important. Somebody may be buying a new big ticket item as well because of the extra money from the Ace of Pentacles that's coming in. You may find yourself buying a big ticket item, which is big for you, and that's different for everybody. Maybe big ticket means spending $50 on something that you don't need, but something that you want. That could be big ticket for some. For others, it could be a home, property, you know, a huge luxury item, sports car, motorcycle, jet skis, you know, something like this. We're investing I'm hearing summer property for some of you if you're lucky enough to do that. All aspects of life are going to be moving forward. Just watch the balance. The advice of the card is time to get active now and to move forward with your plans. Watch your ego when it's needed and enjoy. Don't let anything mar the memories that you're going to be building up here because this card has shown up and is showing you all this forward movement. Don't let any bad memories get created or born to come back and sully the memory of this because this is a really great time in your life for you. This is good all the way around. So be very careful. You don't offend anybody. You don't step on people's toes. You don't become ruthless. You don't become the dragon. You know, you're just gonna just blow hot air on everybody that gets in your way. Don't become that way, but enjoy. Say this is great. It feels really good to know that we're growing and moving forward now. This is absolutely fantastic. Hold on to all that's good about it. Don't let any negativity come in there. Keywords are journeys, determination, willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. Be very protective, all right, as well. This is a great, great reading, Capricorn. Sorry it was so long. I'm not done yet either. First off, thank you all for being here, and I hope this resonated, and I hope it made you feel better, and I hope you were entertained, and all that good stuff, despite that there's no music, which sucks right out loud. But I'm dedicating all this week's tarot readings to the Atlantic right whale. So I'm wearing my whale earrings here. Who is on the endangered? They are on the endangered list, and they feed and they breed in our Bay of Fundy here in Atlantic Canada. We've lost 12 this summer through entanglement and ingesting of fishing lines, fishing rope, and in the Northumberland Strait as well being hit. That is a shipping lane, and they're getting hit and killed by ships. And what's really sad is the number changes every day. I'm not sure how many are left. It's only several. It's somewhere between 5 and 300 left on the planet. That's it. But they all come here to feed and breed. Long story on all the stuff behind it and the science behind it. There's a lot of stuff, but I wanted to dedicate it. Bay of Fundy Fortunes take 1 week to raise awareness that this is going on. These are preventable things. If the right whale dies out, it will be a needless extinction. Needless. Highly preventable. Highly. We need to really, we've been hearing this since, the 60s. We need to start loving the planet and taking care of the planet. I know we've cut emissions down worldwide and progress has been made in areas, but I think it's all been pretty slack myself. I think we could do better than what we do. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. If you like this reading and you'd like to have something more private, just read down below this video window in the show more section. Read through, grab the emails, ship it off to me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much to all subscribers as well. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. You can leave it anytime you like. It's all free. Also, thank you to subscribers building the trail that leads into Bay of Fundy Fortunes that is found in Facebook, a closed private group that are all like-minded. So if you feel like you're walking this trail alone, come join us there, and you can, again, leave anytime you like. Let me see here. Also, you can find us not just on Facebook and here on YouTube. You can find Bay of Fundy Fortunes also on Blogspot, on Google, and on Twitter as well. Them little fairies bite. They're nasty. Get. Good. So I'm going to say goodbye to now, for now, and say thank you very much for being here and all your support. If you're ever looking for me, you can find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, or walking on the beach down below along the water's edge that hold the mightiest tides on the whole planet, the beautiful and bountiful Bay of Fundy. You always catch me with one eye on the high tide, because I'm a high tide junkie. Therefore, you can always catch me waiting on the next high tide. Have a great week, Capricorn, and have a great September. See you soon.